Hi, I'm Rajiv. I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I have, I love very much. And when they come to visit me, they stay here in my apartment, which isn't very big. It's actually very small. But there are some things I always like to do when someone comes to visit to make their stay extra special. So today, I'm going to show you how to be a good host. I get really excited about having my friends come to stay with me, and this is something that I do for them, but I'm kind of also doing these things for me. Sometimes when I watch a movie, like set in the Victorian era, and someone's going to visit somebody and the maid's making the bed, I think, ooh, look at how nice that bedroom is. I would love to stay there. Look at all the little details in that room. And I pull from stuff like that. I pull from old movies, I pull from books that I read, and I try to create an environment in this tiny apartment that makes my friend feel extra special, that makes that person really feel like I thought about them before they arrived. And this is not to say that these are all the things that you should do at home, but what I would like to kind of maybe inspire you to do is to find your own version of what would be fun and exciting about your guests coming to stay with you. So here's the main thing about having someone coming to visit. I think about where they're gonna sleep, and I think about what that's gonna be like. I try to make the couch into a nice, sumptuous, cozy bed, and the key thing about doing that is the sheets. I like to collect these old linen sheets that were often made for someone's wedding. They were part of someone's trousseau or dowry, and they were embellished with needlework or drawn work or monograms. Late 19th century, early 20th century, often from France. And because these sheets were so special and so prized with so much work that went into them, they were often never used. So you can find these sheets today, and they're often in perfect condition because they were just kind of tucked away and then not used for every day. There's something about a linen sheet when you wash it and iron it, and you kind of do have to iron a linen sheet. It's stiff, kind of cardboardy, and you'd think, ugh, this is not comfortable. But as soon as you get into the bed and you move around a little bit, it breaks the fibers up a little bit and they get softer. And then night after night, as you use them, they become really comfortable. Linen comes from the flax plant, and linen is an old cloth. It goes back to ancient Egypt. It has properties that are incredible. It has the ability to wick up moisture very quickly, which is why it's great for wearing in a tropical country. Scenes of like British people in Africa or India wearing linen suits and linen blouses. There was a practical reason for that. It's because it wicked the moisture off their bodies and kept them cool. So linen sheets are wonderful. They're a wonderful, luxurious thing that really are not easy to find today. The other thing I love about the sheets is just the work that went into them. To me, they're works of art. Look at this sheet here. So in a piece of cloth, you have warp threads running this way, and you have weft threads running this way. So on this, from here to here, all the weft threads, the crossways threads were pulled out. And what would have been left would be the warp threads just kind of running from here to here. And then those warp threads were tied together with a needle and thread to make these little designs. This is called a ladder. And very often in these old linen sheets, even if there's minimal decoration, the thing that will often be there is one line of ladder work, which is what these are. They're like little rungs of a ladder, and they separate the hem of the sheet from the body of the sheet. It's insane. I don't know anybody that does this today, and I don't know anybody that even knows how to do this, and I don't know anybody who would even have the patience. I can't imagine how long it would have taken just to put this decoration on the entire length of this sheet. But look at this. There's a monogram on it, and it says JL. So I go gaga over monograms on sheets, and the monogram appears sort of at the top of your bed. When you're making your bed, you could fold the flat sheet over and the monogram sort of at the top. So there's this one, and look at this sheet. This is the prize winner, RS. These are my initials, and this is an insane sheet. Look at the work that went into these letters. And then down here, running the whole length of the hem, is this vine pattern, also heavily embroidered. It's stuff like this that you put on the couch when someone comes over, and it's something that they haven't seen before or they don't have at their house. And now they're in your house and they're using something that's special to you, and it kind of does make their stay next level special. So my friend's arriving tomorrow, and her name is Laura Federley, and I have to show you what I found recently because this is really exciting. I found a sheet, an old French linen sheet that says LF. How crazy is that? So this is the sheet that I'm going to put on the couch today when I make it up for Laura's bed. So, little couch. To make a couch feel like a bed, I think it's really important to cover the whole couch first. So I like to just put a blanket down and then put a flat sheet, just a cotton flat sheet over the whole couch. Then I put down this beautiful monogrammed sheet that has Laura's initials on it. This is something Laura loves. It's the duvet that has all the frills on it, and it's so cozy. It's like sleeping in a cloud. So that goes like this, and then I take this sheet and fold it over. Look how pretty. Now, I'm just gonna put a couple pillows on here. There's Laura's bed, made up for her. Cozy. Another little tip, when you wash these sheets and you put them away once your guest has gone home, you can put something in them that just keeps them fresh and makes them smell nice. So what I like to do, once the person's gone home, I've washed the sheets, I've ironed them, because I iron these sheets, I like to tuck things in, like this is actually a sachet of lavender that I made. It still smells great. I made this like 10 years ago. So I would just take this and put it in here and then put the sheet away. Or, another tip, a bar of soap. If you have bars of soap that you've bought, why just put them in a cupboard? Why not put them in the sheets and then put your sheets away? And really, when you take the sheets out and make the bed, you get this nice, very soft waft of a beautiful smell. I love this like light smell of soap. Why not? You have to store them somewhere. You can do two things at once. You store them, and it makes the sheet smell nice. So, sheets, make it nice, make it special. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, the bathroom. My friend that's staying with me is going to be using that space to get ready in the morning, and everybody that comes to visit always has toiletries with them. So what I like to do is just clear a little bit of space in the bathroom for their toiletries, usually in a cupboard somewhere. So I just clear some stuff aside and tell my guest, hey, this little space is for you and you can put your toiletries there. And every single person that comes to visit always takes me up on that offer and they put their stuff down there. It's kind of really sweet to see in the morning when I go in there that, oh, there's all of Laura's little things under the sink. It's like she lives here. I love staying in hotels. I just feel like it's so nice to just get away sometimes and be in a hotel. One of the things that I feel is a kind of ritual of being in a hotel is walking into the bathroom, going to wash my hands and seeing that the bar of soap is brand new and that I have to unwrap the paper in order to use the soap. So sometimes I just like to do that for a guest that's coming to stay. So here's a little dish that I love. This is an antique ironstone dish, part of my ironstone collection. Here's the ironstone mark. They used to make these wonderful soap dishes that had inserts. So it's a 3-piece soap dish. And this little thing, it goes inside and it keeps the soap above any kind of water drips so that the soap is not sitting in water in the dish and that it doesn't get slimy. It's like a nice simple thing that actually is very effective, keeps the soap hard. So what I like to do is just set up the soap dish, get some nice soap. I mean, I use my Wise Man soap, but if someone's coming to visit, sometimes I splurge and I buy a nice little fancy bar of soap. Love this stuff, almond soap. And I just take it out of the box and I put this in its little paper wrapper in here. And I lay this on the counter. And then when the person has to wash their hands for the first time, they're like, oh, I guess I have to open the soap. Little thing makes it nice. Tip number 2, the bathroom. It's so nice to have fresh flowers in my apartment, and I usually, when someone's coming over, have an arrangement, like something like that, but in the room where they're sleeping, I like to have a little arrangement on the table, something that's kind of by their bedside. It's the sort of thing that you might put on a nightstand if you have a guest room when someone's coming to visit you and there is a little table by their bed. Just putting a small arrangement of flowers in there. It's something from a bygone era, I feel. And I think they always feel it too. Just a beautiful little arrangement, something simple even, right by where they're sleeping. So I like to pick stuff that's actually seasonal, something that speaks to the time of year where they're here. And right now it's spring, and there are wonderful spring flowers in bloom, some of which smell incredible. These are hyacinths. These hyacinths come in purple, pink, and white, and as they open up, especially when the sun hits them, they just make the whole room smell incredible. For these little table arrangements, you can use something that's small. You can even use like a glass or a cup. I don't like them to be in big vases. I like them to feel kind of intimate and cozy. So the size of the vase actually determines that. You pick a small vase or a small glass cup, and it makes it feel personalized. Personalized, yeah, that's what it is. Personalized for your guest. So, you go to sleep. Your guest has a lovely slumber in their cozy little trousseau bed that you've made up for them. You wake up in the morning, you get ready, and then it's really nice to put something down on the table that makes them feel like they're being a little waited on. And what I like to do is genuinely what I do every morning here by myself. I make a juice. I make a green juice in my juicer, or I make some freshly squeezed orange juice, which I love, especially when oranges are in season, which is in the winter going into the spring. So when Laura comes to stay, the first morning that she's here, I'm gonna make some orange juice and just put it down on the coffee table for her. That's a great way to start the day. When I have people staying with me, I like to set aside one evening out of their stay where we don't go anywhere, we stay inside, and I make a really nice dinner for them. When I go all out and make a fancy dinner, I set up the table in my room, my work table, as a dinner table. A few little things that just elevate it to make it feel like we're almost in a restaurant. White tablecloth on the table, napkins, linen napkins, ironed, some candlesticks, maybe some flowers. It's beautiful. I leave the windows open if it's warm, the curtains are fluttering, and we just sit there all evening and talk. And honestly, my favorite place for a meal is right here, more than any restaurant. I love staying at home. So these are just a few of the things that I love to do when someone comes to visit me, and I have to say, it's just as much a thrill for me to do these things as it is for the people here to enjoy them. I hope this video inspires you to find your own way of making your next visit from a friend or a relative thrilling for you. Is there something that you do like to do for your guests when they come over that I haven't mentioned? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, but please subscribe. Keep watching. I enjoy what we're doing, and I enjoy all of you watching and commenting. Bye.